Alright, so you've played the Ticket to Rides, you've played the Azules, you've played the Wingspans. What do you do next? These are my top 5 game recommendations if you want to level up. Alright, first up we got Heat. Heat is just pure fun racing game. Everybody has a deck of cards with different values, and you use those cards to determine how fast you're going to go. But the amount of cards you play depends on what gear you're in. Shifting gears, however, can be a little bit crazy. You don't manage your heat well enough or your hand of cards well enough, you come around too fast on a turn, have too much heat in your engine, and spin out. So it's all about managing your speed, managing your cards, and beating your opponents to the finish line. Alright, next up we got Clank, or my personal favorite, Clank Catacombs. Clank introduces some deck building mechanics, so everybody starts off with the same hand of cards, and over time you will have access to a market row of better, more powerful cards. And you're going to use these cards to dive deep into a dungeon to get some artifacts and gold, because we're greedy But every time you dive deeper and deeper into the dungeon, you generate clank or noise, and that can set off a dragon attack. So the whole point is to get out before you die. Buy better cards, dive deeper and deeper in the dungeon, grab as much loot and gold as you can, and get the F out of there. If you want to introduce your group to some bidding games, go straight to Reiner Knizia's classic, Ra. Ra is a bidding game set in ancient Egypt, and you're basically just bidding over sets of tiles to score more points. But the bidding is a little bit different. Your currency is not cash, it's these wooden discs with values on them, 3, 7, 9, 11, and you use them to bid. And when you win an auction, you don't put the disc back into a bank. You put it on the board for other players to bid on. So the timing and the value of your disc is important. It means you aren't just bidding for tiles, you're bidding for purchasing power later in the game. It's just so freaking brilliant, really. Alright, next up is Ethnos. Now think of Ethnos as Ticket to Ride on steroids. You're still collecting sets of cards, but instead of trains, it's fantasy creatures. In Ticket to Ride, you could hoard cards forever until the end of time. But in Ethnos, when you play a set of cards, you have to discard the rest of your hand, which totally eliminates safe hoarding. All you hoarders, you won't do well in this. Now, why do you want to play these cards, and why are you collecting them? For area majority control, and nothing screams high interaction like area majority game. Alright, and last but certainly not least, we have Santorini. And when you look at Santorini, it just looks like a cool toy, but don't be fooled. This is a crazy, razor sharp abstract strategy game. And if you like chess, you're gonna love Santorini. The game is super simple. I'll teach it to you right now. You're going to choose one of your 2 workers and move them to an adjacent space, then build a level of a tower next to them. And the first person to stand on top of a 3-level tower wins. It sounds so simple, and it is. The teach is literally 30 seconds, probably less. What makes it so different is the variable player powers. All of a sudden, one person is Zeus and can build beneath themselves, or another person can be Apollo and physically swap places with an enemy worker. It's just surprisingly tactical and insanely puzzly, and you have to break the rules to win. Anyway, those are some of my next step board games if you want to level up from all the gateway games you've been playing, but also nothing is wrong with those gateway games. Do you want to add your favorite game?